Hi guys, welcome back to Ties Time. Today I want to finish up this steel 031 AV. I finally got it all cleaned up. It was quite the mess, but looks a lot better than it did. Some staining on it that wouldn't come off, but for the most part it cleaned up pretty nice considering how bad it was. So at this point I'm ready to put some gas in it, some bar and chain oil in it. I'm not gonna pull and pull on this one because I've got a sore elbow. We're gonna go ahead, pull the filter screen off and prime it and see if it'll hit. If it'll hit, then I've got a few other things to do. I noticed when I was cleaning it, the muffler is loose. We're gonna try to tighten that up. The clutch is pretty gummy, sticky. I want to pull it off, check that needle bearing. This thing was so dirty that it got so hot that it actually, with all the buildup and everything in here, it actually almost melted this case. It actually wore through the case right here. The bar has a heat line all the way around it. Saw wasn't oil and it couldn't oil. It was so dirty. So let's get some gas in it. I'd already rinsed the tank again. It's in pretty good shape. Some gas in her. Put some bar and chain oil in it, so I want to verify that it is oiling. All right, now we're going to go ahead and pull this filter screen off. Now that everything is cleaned up, don't have to worry so much about getting junk into our carburetor. It's got two nuts down here that hold it onto the opening of the carburetor. The choke is actually part of this filter screen. So this lever comes off with the screen. Just like so. This is your choke right here. And there's our carburetor. I'm just going to introduce a little bit of gas straight into the carburetor. And we are going to just set it down on the floor here and see if it will hit. If it will hit, then I need to tighten this muffler up and check this clutch out before we put it back together and try to actually run it. I just want to see if it's going to hit. So we're just going to set it right down here on the floor. Well, it hit. We'll do that one more time. Don't want to flood it, so I don't want to get too carried away. There we go. Awesome. Acts like it wants to run. So what I'm going to do this stuff first, because once the saw's hot, I won't be able to mess with the plug and the muffler and stuff. So I am going to go ahead and leave this filter screen off for now, in case we have to prime it again. So spin it around here. There's the bolt that tightens the muffler. Hopefully it will tighten up. It's not stripped. It feels good. Yeah, I think it tightened up. We'll snug it up a little bit. Okay. All right. That's got the muffler. Let's go ahead and pull this plug back out. All right. See where our piston's at. It's a pretty good spot. We've got a new rope here. And we're going to feed this rope right through the spark plug hole. It's hard to do anything with this cover on here. All right, we got a rope in there. We're going to turn it clockwise, just like that, and bring that piston up against that rope, and that's going to lock us all up. So this one's got left-handed threads, so you want to loosen in the clockwise. So we'll see if it'll spin off of there without a torque wrench. Nope. Okay, there we go. And there's our clutch. Sprocket, it's a little wore, but it's not terrible. Here's the needle bearing on this model. It's built into this hub. On the Husqvarna's, it actually sets behind the hub. So we're going to grease that. Actually going to push it out of there. There's your needle bearing. You need to get some grease. Yeah, this thing has seen better days. he may want to get a new one of those and bring it back to me, and I'll replace it for him. Let me grab some grease. And we're just gonna smear grease all over it, try to work some into the needles. This thing's been very, very hot, and it looks like it took a toll on this needle bearing. Okay, slide that back in there. It's actually a dowel pin on the crank that this slides right in, just like that. Clutch spun back on there. Just like so. We'll bring that piston back around the other way now. Just like so. Locks it up. This the book said 29 foot-pounds on the clutch, so grab a torque wrench and we'll torque that. Okay, got our clutch back on. Pull our rope out. Put it back in the bag, keep it good and clean for next time. All right, we are ready to put the saw back together. Spark plug back in it. Plug back in it. Electrode on. Put the bar and the chain on. Going to back this adjuster off just a little bit. If you can see it, this blue line right here, that's from heat. This bar got so hot that I had to take a file. It had such a burr on it. You can see where I had to file the burr off of this bar because it wasn't oiling. It didn't ruin the roller nose, at least. But yeah, all the oil holes were completely packed and plugged. The bar was completely full of crap in the groove that the chain runs in. So there's no way this saw was oiling. Everything's pretty clean now. Actually, let's just see if it'll start. That way I can see if it's oiling. Because with it running without the bar on it, you'll see oil start pumping through this hole right here. That's where it transfers into these holes that lubricate the bar and chain. So I think I'm just going to set it down here and see if it'll actually stay running. Well, that just changed everything. Looks like our rope broke. Well, guess we'll see if we can do that in a timely manner. I wanted you guys to be able to hear this thing run. You don't know if this is going to be fixable or not. Might have to get a new rope, and I think I'm out of ropes. I might have one left down here, because I'm not going to use my good rope that I use for taking clutches off. You'll just have to get me a rope, or give me the go ahead to order a rope. Looks like it broke, but it broke right there, so we might be able to just put a new knot in it. Push this old knot out. See how much rope we have left. Not a whole bunch, but I think might be able to get us by. I need to burn the end of this. Stick that back through there. Try to get it worked back through the handle. Which looks like might be a trick. Dang it. The rope could be a little bit smaller. Does not want to go through there. always something. Does not want to go through there. It's getting there. It's a tight fit. Look at that. There we go. Throw a knot in it. It's going to make our rope a little short. Maybe it'll work good enough to let us start it. These two screws back in. That's what holds that whole rope assembly in there, is these two screws right here on this cover. Okay, now let's try this again. I'm going to give her one more prime, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the filter screen on. Because without the filter screen on, I don't have the effects of the choke. So we'll see if we can get it prime. We'll do it one more time. Maybe she'll pick up some gas. Everything's dry and setting for so many years. I think we're going to go ahead and put her back together and just see if it'll stay running. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put this filter screen back on. I don't want to take the chance of no crud getting in this carburetor. Hopefully it'll pick up some fuel We know it hits anyway. All right, I'm gonna put the bar and chain back on. We'll put the bar and chain on. This chain looks pretty new. Got our side cover. Nuts. Tighten our adjuster up. That's not too bad. All right. Okay, I'm going to set it down here. I'm going to put it on half choke. Let's see if it'll hit again. Baby. Not wanting to pick up no fuel. Well, we're probably going to have to give her another prime. Alright guys, I'm going to give this thing another prime. And see if we can get it to stay running. If not, probably just going to have to do some more investigation. I'm going to half lock the throttle. Yeah, it just won't stay running. It's not picking up no fuel. Which could mean a cracked fuel line, broken fuel line. It looked intact, but I'm going to have to do some more investigation on the fuel line, looks like. Meanwhile, I appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll probably make another short video when I get this thing running. Thanks for watching.